Hello, I'm Katie. I'm coming from my garage. So just start seated in any comfortable seated position, and we'll begin. Sitting up nice and tall, relax your shoulders back and down. Try to lift up through the top of your head. And begin to bring your attention to your breath. Start to lengthen your breath, to fill your belly as you inhale, and then slowly exhale. And just trying to let everything else go. Just set that to the side just for a moment. And then you can either keep your eyes closed or open them. We'll inhale, take arms up, overhead, reaching. And then your exhale, taking one hand in front of you and one behind you. And look over your shoulder for a gentle twist. Inhaling, back up. Exhale to the other side, looking over your shoulder. Keep your chin lifted. And start to move at the pace of your own breath. Breathe at different rates. So move with your inhales and exhales. Lifting arms up when you breathe in. And then finding that gentle twist when you breathe out. Let's find one more. One or two, whatever feels balanced. And then gently facing forward. And we'll move to hands and knees. So you could travel there however you'd like, or just placing hands in front. And then we'll line up shoulders over wrists, knees under hips with a flat back for some cat-cow. On your next exhale, let's push through our hands round our back, finding cat pose, tuck your chin. And then as you inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your heart, look forward, cow pose. We'll start to move with our own breath cycle. As you exhale, finding cat. As you inhale, lift and lengthen to cow. And notice how your back feels during this. If there's any discomfort, then adjust so that you're avoiding that. We want everything to feel good here. One more of each. And then let's just reach our hands forward. Then come into extended puppy, very fitting. Sinking your chest down towards the ground. Stretching through your chest and shoulders. One more breath. And then walking your hands to child's pose. And from here, when you're ready, lifting to downward dog. Driving your tailbone up. Gently press your chest towards your thighs. Pressing into your hands and feet. Shoulders relaxed down. Let's start pedaling our heels for just a moment, bicycling our feet. So pressing one heel down, bending opposite knee, waking up your calves. And then from here, we're just gonna, on our next inhale, come forward to plank, the top of a push-up with shoulders over wrists. Feeling your core, and then exhaling, press back to downward dog. We're just going to drive our tailbone up and back, and we'll do that once more, back and forth. Inhale, come forward to plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, press back to downward dog. You shouldn't have to move your hand positioning. Let's inhale, forward plank once more, and then we'll start to bring our feet up towards the top of our mat and find a ragdoll fold. Bringing your belly towards your thighs. On your next inhale, monkey pose. We'll straighten our legs, flatten our back. We want to reach our head forward as we pull our shoulders to the wall behind us. We're elongating our spine. On your next exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, let's sweep arms up. Interlock your fingers if that feels good. Inhale, reach. Exhale to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands behind the back. Let's clasp fingers. We'll reach down, lift our heart. And then gently release. And we'll move through a couple of rounds of sun salutations before today's flow. Let's inhale, take arms up. Optional back bend if that feels good. Exhale, fold from the hips all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, monkey pose, flat back. Exhale, fold again. Let's step back to plank or kneeling plank. And we'll lower down, elbows in, all the way to our bellies. Let's inhale. Let's find a baby cobra. And let's pause and lift our hands here. Lift. As you lift your heart, feeling your back strengthening. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Let's push back up into downward dog. Stepping to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, monkey pose, flat back. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, sweep arms up, palms together. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift, optional back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, monkey pose, flat back. Exhale, fold again. Step or jump back to plank or kneeling plank. Lowering down, elbows in, hips don't sink. Inhale, option to take up dog with thighs off the mat. Or stick with the baby cobra. Exhale to downward dog. Good. Let's stay in downward dog here for a moment. And then when you're ready, we'll lift our right leg up, flexing the foot. And then bending our right knee, start to drive it towards the ceiling, opening up your hip. And trying to press evenly still through both arms. And then on your next exhale, when you're ready, we'll step the right foot through. And we're gonna inhale up to warrior one. So in warrior one, we want our hips facing forward. We're really pushing through our feet, trying to pull the mat apart with your feet even. One more breath in here. And then exhaling, we're gonna open up to warrior two. And here we're gonna wanna widen our stance. We're gonna really open up our hips. Sink into the right knee. Shoulders are relaxed back and down. And even squeezing your left thigh to deepen the stretch. On your next inhale, reverse warrior. The legs stay the same. The right arm will reach up. And then exhale, hands come down around the right foot. And we're gonna step back to plank, and you can move through a vinyasa, or you can go straight to downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bending the knees, start to open the hips. Exhale, when you're ready, stepping it through. We'll inhale to warrior one. Hips facing forward, pressing through both feet evenly. Shoulders relax down, even though our arms are extended. One more breath in here. And then exhale, open up, warrior two. Let's widen our stance again. Sink into the left knee. Shoulders, we want back and down. So think of a backward shoulder roll. Hold it there. And then looking over our left middle finger. On your next inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm reaches up. And then exhaling, hands come down around the left foot, stepping to plank, moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Widen your stance. Inhale, right arm lifts, reverse warrior. This time on your exhale, we're gonna find side angle. Take your top arm, your right forearm to the right thigh. Left arm overhead, open up, look towards the ceiling. If it's in your practice, you can go deeper, take your hand towards the ground. But maybe today, take the top arm and bring it just behind your back. And just open up your shoulders. And it doesn't matter where it goes. We can keep moving forward the thigh here. Just open up a little bit more here. On your next inhale, we're gonna come back to warrior two. So the arms are parallel to the ground. And we're gonna revolve warrior two, so challenge our balance a little bit. We're gonna lift up our back heel, turn our body, and then look towards our hand behind us. And really reach, extend, try and touch that wall behind you. One more breath in. On your exhale, twisting lunge, left hand finds the ground towards the inside of your right foot. Push the ground away from you, reach for the ceiling. Looking up towards your hand, fingers are spread wide. Press your heel back. On your next exhale, hand comes down, stepping to plank, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, left arm lifts, reverse warrior. Exhaling, we'll find side angle, forearm to thigh, right arm overhead, opening up, looking towards the ceiling. Option to extend arm down. And then trying to take that top arm today, just rest it behind the back, just see where it goes. Maybe it touches your thigh, maybe a bind is in your practice, but just resting it behind your back will open up your chest and shoulder. On your next inhale, use your core to lift warrior two. Good, we're gonna revolve warrior two. We'll lift up our back heel, turn our arms, challenging our balance, and then look towards your hand behind you, reach. One more breath in. On your exhale, twisting lunge, right hand finds the mat, and then you push the ground away from you. Reach your left arm up, look towards the ceiling. One more breath in here. Exhaling, hand comes down, stepping to plank, moving through your vinyasa. From here, we're gonna drop our knees, come to hands and knees. And we're gonna take our right foot forward to build a kneeling crescent lunge. So let's line up our knee over our ankle, take our hands to our thighs, and then on your inhale, we'll reach arms up. And notice how your hip flexors feel on the left side. If you wanna go deeper, try and sink forward and or reach further back. If it's a little too much, you can ease off. You can even rest your hands back on to your leg. Let's take our left hand now to the outside of our right knee. Right hand will come behind our back. Maybe it grabs our left thigh if it's available, but we'll tall through spine, look over our right shoulder for a spinal twist. On your next exhale, facing forward, both hands come to the inside of the right foot. Allow the right knee to fall open, just gently, just for a couple breaths. Let's draw back in. We'll bring our right hand to the outside of the right foot and move back to half splits. Shifting our weight back. We can adjust for comfort with this back knee, or if we're working towards full splits. And we can flex our foot. We want it to be pulling towards our leg. Think about lifting your heart. If you're rounding your back, you want to try and fold from the hips. And you can have as much bend in your knee as your hamstring needs. Release, coming back forward. And then we're going to step that right foot back, and we'll just return to hands and knees. If you'd like to take a vinyasa, you can, and then join back in. Otherwise, we'll take our left foot forward, and we're going to find a kneeling crescent lunge on the other side now. So knees over ankle, we'll lift up to our thigh today first, and then inhale, arms come up, and we'll notice how our hip flexors feel on this side now. Notice if there's a difference. Again, you can make it deeper, sink forward, reach higher, and you can back off if needed to. When you're ready, take that right hand to the outside of the left knee, left arm comes behind you, maybe grabbing your right thigh, tall through the spine, as we look over our shoulder. Good. Gently untwisting, and both hands will come to the inside of the left foot. And for a couple breaths, we'll let that left knee fall open. Just see where it wants to go. We're not trying to open it any further than where it just naturally falls. Just draw it back in. Left hand comes to the outside of the left foot, and we'll move back to half splits on this side now. So I'm going to fold from the hips, just for comfort, and of course, have as much or as little bend to your knee as you need. Foot is flexed. It can help to take a couple slow breaths, allowing your hamstring to relax a bit. Just gently start to come forward. We're going to take that left foot back. And we'll find a plank, tap-out push-up, or a kneeling plank, shoulders over wrists. And with control, slower if you want it to be more challenging, lower down in a straight line, elbows in, all the way to your belly. Once here, we're going to come up onto our forearms for Sphinx pose. And it might help to take your hands to your elbows first and then reach them in front. You want your forearms to be parallel, fingers spread wide. And right here, we're in a back extension. Maybe this is where you want to stay. If you want to go deeper, push your forearms and your hands into the ground. You'll create dynamic tension that you can't see the difference, but you'll definitely feel it. Optional as well, you could grab the ground kind of with your fingers and pull forward to get an abdominal stretch as you push. Again, you won't see it, you'll feel it. On your next exhale, very slowly release. We'll take hands by our shoulders and push into child's pose. Hips to heels, a nice counter stretch for Sphinx pose. From here, we're gonna transition and lie on our backs. Take your time. Maybe a sip of water or anything at all. When you're ready, we'll lie on our backs with our knees bent. And we're going to take our arms to our sides, palms down, and we'll find bridge pose. So if you want, you can tuck your shoulders underneath your body if that helps you in bridge pose, but you don't have to. When you're ready, or as you inhale, press through hands and feet and lift your hips up as high as you can towards the ceiling. And if this feels good, try and hold it here as you breathe normally. If this is uncomfortable, lower a little bit or all the way and find something that feels good. Option to clasp your hands underneath your body and press that into the ground, allowing you to lift a little bit higher. If wheel pose is in your practice, you could take wheel pose. If you want to try it, you can bring your hands behind you by your shoulders, fingertips facing your shoulders, and then push up into wheel pose back bend. Sometimes that might feel good, sometimes it might not, and certainly not required. On your next exhale, let's slowly start to lower one vertebrae at a time. And then we'll draw our knees into our chest and just rock side to side for a moment. And when you come back towards center, we'll take our right ankle over the left knee, wrapping our hands around the left thigh. We'll pull in towards our body. We want to keep our foot flexed here, our right foot at least. So helps protect our knee as we pull inward. If you want to deepen this, you can kind of lift your upper body, giving you a little more leverage, deepening the stretch a bit, or you can think about driving your right knee away from your body. We're gonna release just our hands, take our arms out wide into a T position, and we're gonna allow that kind of supine pigeon position just to twist over towards the left. Once your foot starts to touch the ground, just let it collapse into whatever it naturally wants to. Let's turn our gaze towards our right hand, grounding our shoulders. Deep breath in, big exhale. And then let's gently start to come back to center. And we'll reset. Knees to chest, we'll bring the left ankle over the right knee, wrap our hands around our thigh, pull in. Left foot is flexed, maybe both feet, personal preference. If you want to deepen, maybe pulling almost so much that you lift your upper body up a bit. Being mindful that we're keeping our neck aligned. And then when you're ready, releasing just the hands. Take your arms out wide into a T position and allow your legs in this position just to drop towards the right. Once they start to touch the ground, you just let them collapse into what you want or what happens. And then look towards your left hand, shoulders on the ground. And then gently, when you're ready, come back to center. And we'll draw knees to chest once more. Bring your nose, forehead up towards your knees, go like a ball. And then as you exhale, just uncurl. Allow yourself to be open, to relax. And take about the next 5 minutes, ideally, to just be here, but whatever time you have in your day, even 1 minute. And in this 1 to 5 minutes or plus, just allow yourself to do nothing, to just be here. And as thoughts come by, you can just acknowledge them, let them go.